in the next contest, Jack Maguire, getting ready to make his way to the ring. Not a bad record from him either, 18 fights with 12 victories and 6 defeats for him. There he is. The Wigan lad making his way to the ring. He starts in the blue corner tonight. This one's 70 kilos, B class. Extra 30 seconds on each of the rounds, so 5-2s we're looking at now. Well, a pretty sterling career record so far for Leyton Collymore. There's 2 defeats in his 23 contests so far. For the hometown fighter out of Team here in Bolton. Well, if I'm very much mistaken, Halloween's not for a little while yet, but apparently Leyton Collymore hasn't got the memo.
Leyton's a very, very good fighter. He's a very experienced fighter. He was at Northern Spirit for some years. I've just been told that he just moved gym a week and a half ago to Team now under Darren Morris. So let's see if there's been any changes made in the last week and a half. But I thought he had a very successful career at Northern Spirit. So, you know, I rated this lad last year as one of my ones to watch as up and comers. Very dynamic, very strong and very fluid, so he causes opponents a lot of problems. His movement, the way he moves around the ring, you make mistakes and you get punished by him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Between and introducing firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, coming to you by way of the Majestic Gym in Wigan, Jack Maguire. And standing across the ring, his opponent, coming to you by way of Team from Bolton, Leyton Collymore. 5 2-minute rounds.
So the first B-class rules contest of the night, 5 2-minute rounds. Leyton Collymore, bottom right of your screen there in the red corner. And his opponent The top left of your screen in the blue corner from the Majestic gym in Wigan, Jack Maguire. Away they go. Collymore wasted no opportunity to get into the clinch there.
Good knees by Collymore early on. He doesn't tend to be the slowest of starters. He'll go, you know, he's a very fit young man and he'll go for 5 rounds. You know, he likes to push from the first bell, but he doesn't mind getting stuck in straight away, as you can see.
And there's venom in both of the kicks from these men. Collymore narrowly missing. Flashy combination with the legs there. He'll find his range with those later on. Short uppercut, narrowly misses. Now the legs coming in from Maguire.
Maguire holding good position in the clinch. Seems very calm.
Ooh, the low kick. That's a little bit too low there. Doesn't seem to land. See Collymore there, very square on, gripping around the waist and sort of sinking his, bending his knees down. What was that all about, Dean?
He seems to want to, he wants to hold his base to ensure that his opponent can't go underneath him to trip him. But also when you're in the early parts, he's using quite big round knees where he's really yanking back. He's a strong lad, so that I think the whole idea is to lock him in position so he can drive those knees straight into the ribs, to the stomach of Jack.
Well, Collymore believes he got the best of round number 1. He moves back to his corner. Daz Morris just giving instructions. Oh, we can't hear them, Dean. Any idea what is being fed to him there?
By the looks of what Daz is saying, instead of going for the head kick, go straight across his body and sap him, tire him out. You know, so while he's going for the head kicks, Jack shoots high guard, the kicks haven't landed. So if he uses the body kick and brings that guard down, later on he can go back for the head kick if he chooses to go for it. Jack doesn't seem phased, he seems very comfortable. So it'd just be, I think now it's how both fighters choose to approach the fight. If you're looking at Collymore, he seems to want to move around and draw Jack in, but Jack's not biting to the technique, so if he's not biting, you can't make him fall short or something.
Seconds out. Round 2.
As you've seen there.
Nice front kick there to the body from Collymore early, slapped in. Maguire responded. Good hands from Collymore too. Oh, and then a jumping knee, really long knee came in, and another one. Aggressive start to the round from Leyton Collymore.
Those are three heavy body kicks that he put in straight away. I think that Daz from the corner, Daz Morris is definitely going to slap that body kick in and try and tire him, not go for the head, because the guard will come down. As he starts tiring, the guard will come down anyway.
That's nice work from him again. The teep and then the high hands, banging the left hook into the body, pushing Maguire back. Maguire now pulling him into the clinch.
Leyton really does change angles on those bodies. It makes it very difficult to defend against. He's changing footwork, he's going orthodox and southpaw whilst he's punching. Change the angles of his punches. It's hard for Jack to work out where he is when switching his feet. And because he's hitting him hard, Jack's starting to now look a bit uncomfortable. So now it's starting to show effects from Leyton. And I think that Leyton will go 5 rounds at this pace. He's a very, very fit lad.
Could be a long night for Jack Maguire. Blood from the nose already, reddening on the face too. An aggressive start from Collymore.
Good body kick from Jack.
Well, there's a bit of swagger and confidence about Collymore in there though, isn't there? Looks really relaxed. Maguire just losing his balance momentarily. Collymore very nearly taking advantage. Jab and then a high kick. Good combinations with hands and feet from the Timu fighter in red.
making it very difficult for Jack to guess where he's coming from. He's hitting with so many different techniques. The punches into knees, then into kicks, the jab, then off the lead leg, using that high kick.
Terrific variety from Collymore there, and again he goes back to his corner knowing that really it's his to lose at this stage. What advice, if you in the unenviable position of being in Jack Maguire's corner there, would you be giving to him, because he's up against it at the moment, Dean?
Yeah, he's showing good heart. I think he got hurt with a couple of those shots there. The best thing is what he's not doing. He's not losing position. It's just that he's not able to fire back. So at the moment, Leyton's getting very confident coming in because he knows nothing to offer on the other side. So while he's pressuring in and he knows that Jack's moving back, he can use more weight, he can use momentum to get with those shots. So Jack's got to ensure that when he comes in, he's either sidestepping or shuts him down. But at the moment, sitting back and waiting to be attacked isn't going to be the best thing with Leyton. He's very confident. He's been very successful in his career, and when he lands, he's used to. I've seen him knock out quite a few people now. This guy knows when he hits you, he can knock you out. So when you get people like that, they're very dangerous, because when they get ahead, it's hard to stop that train.
Well, we know how important momentum is in fights like this, and Maguire has really got to try and shift it one way or another if he's to have any hope of getting back into this. The two exchanging body kicks.
That's much better from Maguire. Very good, blocking the techniques and whipping that body kick in as he steps into range. Much better. So instead of stepping back, just there, that is the problem. When he steps off, Leyton walks in. When he blocks and fires, he does much better.
Just relentless pressure from Collymore though, isn't it? It's so hard to get a moment for Maguire to think about what he's doing and to mount his own offence.
Another good body kick from Jack. He needs to keep that guard tight, keep the distance in right, and scoring. Very good scoring from both there. So much. So much better for round for Jack.
Well, Maguire is really digging in it. Well, a much better round for Maguire there, really dug in, and Collymore for the first time goes back to his corner with body language that doesn't suggest that it's on quite his way there.
No, I think that Jack did well in that round. It showed that if he's going to do this, he's got to be sharp, he's got to be fast, he's got to be thinking. As soon as Leyton gets himself in those unusual positions, he's got to take advantage. So although when he opens up in those positions, he can catch you, he can also be caught himself. So then he replied really well with the body kick. He just needs to ensure that when Leyton gets near him, he's not covering up. He ties him up in the clinch, he stops him from working, and he needs, on the outside, he goes back to that body kick, sets him up. He used punches well, but Leyton's still dangerous. He's still a very, very dangerous guy. He's fit and he's strong. He wants to fight for the whole time.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 4.
Well, important rounds ahead of these two men. Maguire just starting to turn the tables. Can Leyton Collymore reapply that pressure that he did so well in the opening couple of rounds?
Much better from Jack, double kicking, very good. He's holding the base better now, and that's making Leyton think about it a little more. He's not able to walk in anymore. He will have to do something, I think Leyton will use something more unusual to get past that kicking now that Jack's using. But this is where Leyton's resting. Jack needs to work now and start pulling these rounds in. Good knee.
The referee Jesse Saunders just breaking them again. Again, Maguire, just that kick just caught there. That one landed, and he's certainly getting himself back into this one. Redling to the left side of Leyton Collymore.
It seems as though Leyton's power seems to have come down quite dramatically from the earlier rounds. It looked like a much stronger fight, and now it looks more 50-50, whereas Jack's position's better, he's scoring better. Unfortunately, he got caught out in the position he was in, but now he can stack the points now, he can just knee up in the clinch.
Well, Collymore there, certainly signs of fatigue, because he took a look to his right, which is where the clock is, and that tells you everything you need to know. Perhaps just that early pace a little bit too much, even for a lad as fit as he is. Maguire, who's weathered that early storm, beginning to have success in very, very important rounds here.
And now Jack's starting to come forward as well, so he's getting confident. And I think he's starting to believe that he can do this in the earlier rounds. I'm not sure if the plan was to let him burn himself out a little bit before he goes through the gears. But now he seems to really be pushing the fight. So Leyton's got to be very careful now that his work in the early rounds have gone for nothing.
Again, you see in the clinch there the eyes of Collymore looking up towards the clock. And well, he lifts his hands aloft again, but how did you see that round, Dean?
I think Jack did very well in that round. I didn't look at it to judge it, but on what I'd seen, I think Jack had took that round. Leyton's got to just make sure that he's not losing focus on what he's doing. I think he landed so comfortably in the early rounds that can sometimes become a bit of a hindrance. You kind of lose sight of it. You think, I'm landing on fine, and the opponent can start pulling the strings away and just start nicking away like Jack's done. Jack's timed his performance well. He's coming on later in the later rounds. It's just really now if Jack can really push to make sure that he makes up the rounds that he didn't do too well in the start of the fight.
See the action replay here. Maguire coming forwards and really trying to make the most of this. Nice jumping knee there from Collymore. But an important final 2 minutes, perhaps the most important 2 minutes
Ladies and gentlemen, this
of the fight.
The fifth and final round.
Good respect between the two men. Can Maguire dig deep and pull this one all the way back?
Yeah, I think that really now Leyton's got to do a little bit more. For me, I'd say that Jack's in front, performing very well. Although the rounds were very strong early, if you looked at the fading of power that Leyton's had, and how Jack's come through and timed performance, done very well. Very good knees in the clinch. Good timing on that kick, very good kick. Very fast kicking. Another good score.
There, wasn't it? Super. Lovely timing from Maguire.
You can see how the fight's really turned now. How Jack's turned it on in the second half of the fight. The first half of the fight was Leyton's. Jack's performing very, very well now. Leyton needs to really now come back into this and try and force it, maybe get a count, push the fight. He showed he's got the power to hurt Jack, but now, you know, is the power faded? Is it the effect of Jack's techniques where he's been whipping those body kicks in?
Certainly Collymore still coming forward, jumping long knee there from him. And as you say, is the force still there in the shots that he's delivering? Maguire still right in there. Into the clinch they go.
Good blocking from Jack. He's covered the leg so he couldn't knee him in the clinch.
20 seconds to go here in the final round. Collymore comes forward. Nice combination with hands and feet. Into the clinch they go. Maguire.
Another good knee.
Kneeing to the side of Collymore. Collymore trying to sweep that
Very
leg.
good knee.
Final seconds now. Is there much more time? There he goes.
Very good
contest.
Great performance. I think Leyton feels that he got it from me. I think Jack timed that very well. I think he came and took it in the later rounds.
So I feel it's going to be really close. Or we might be wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Your winner, Jack Maguire! And ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, Leyton Collymore.
Well, again, we see another textbook example of just how important pacing a contest is.